The first time I studied abroad, I was 15 years old, and I had no fear at all. I think as I've gotten older, I have more fear about things because now there are other responsibilities attached to it and I have a career to pursue and all of that. But when I'm 15 and I'm in high school, it was just, I wanted to see something new. And I found that after that point, I found myself getting bored with where I was. And it was that desire, I guess, or that wanderlust to go somewhere and see something else that pushed me to go do these things. I realized that every place that I go, I have to get lost in some way, no matter what. I thought about this recently, actually, when I came to London for the first time, how I just had to get lost somewhere in order to find my bearings, because if you're not really pushing yourself out there and within the country, you're already pushing yourself out of your boundaries by leaving your home country. But within that country, if you don't continue to push yourself out there, then you're going to just become stagnant. And I feel like that's a waste of the experience. You have to lose yourself in it, immerse yourself in it for sure, and be unafraid about the fact that you'll come back from it and all the things that you learn in getting lost within that country, you'll benefit from. If you want something within that community, say you want to dance, you want to sing, you want to act, you want to draw, you want to pursue martial arts, whatever it is that you'd like to do, you have to find those facets of the community in which you can put yourself. And I feel like that's one way of getting lost within the culture, because once you're doing that and you're immersed in the community, you forget that you're even in a different place because it starts to become a home. I think that's one thing that you have to, or that I think is important to achieve when you move to a different place. And that's what I did in Korea. It's what I tried to do in Japan, and it's what I do now. And I feel like I've really benefited from pushing myself out and staying as outgoing as I could be in order to pursue all the things that I'd like to do. Because of the way that I approach things, or the way that I approach people, I've made so many new friends and had so many crazy experiences, and really solidified myself as a part of not only the University of Westminster community, because that's my university, but within Harrow, like, I have friends here, and I have English friends, and I have my Japanese friends and my Korean friends, but that's all because I put myself in those positions where I could meet those people. In a practical sense, I say, get your Oyster card, get your cell phone, and open your bank account. Have those three things set up, because from like a stability, from a way of looking at it, you have to be financially stable and you need to be able to get around. You need to be able to contact people. So those are things that are important for you to like live day to day. I would say that the thing that you should definitely bring with you or learn very quickly once you get here is, no matter what happens, no matter who you meet, no matter the type of work that you do or the way that people perceive you, you need to have a level of confidence within yourself that what you're doing is something that's going to please you, make you happy, or that you're putting work out there that you're very proud of. Because a lot of times you can't give somebody confidence. It's something that they have to learn on their own. And it took me a really long time in the first year to get that. But I think once I achieved that level of believing in myself, I approached the second year with a completely different mindset. And so for anybody that's gonna go anywhere, whether it's you're studying abroad in film or in anything, I think your level of confidence has to be really strong. And you'll learn that because when you come here, you're standing on your own, really. At least with me, it's like, I'm here by myself. My family's not here. I didn't have any friends, nothing. I had to build myself up again. And I think that gives you confidence on its own. But when you start to do the work and see that you're doing exactly what it is that you set out to do, don't devalue that in any way. Don't take away from that. Really take those experiences and say, okay, I have this under my belt and nobody can take that away from me, and I deserve to be confident about something like this. The major difference is that here you have to focus on what you're studying. And if you're not passionate about it, then you're not going to want to do it. I expected to be able to pick all of my classes and wake up at whatever time because I picked the classes and what times they were going to be. I can study anything, well, almost anything within the university, including foreign language, humanities, arts, all of that, even if my major was film. But here in the United Kingdom, when you apply to a major, you study just that. And that's one thing that was really, I expected that for sure, but I don't think I was prepared for what that really meant. At this point, I've realized that the entire world is open to me, because if I'm just an American kid who was born in New York, moved to Connecticut, and I went to high school in the United States, but then I studied abroad, and I went to university in London, like, I don't think anything is impossible for me at this point.